Welcome to the Across International Warehouse. Today we are happy to showcase the vacuum carbon tube sintering furnace. The specific model that you see up front is the VCTF 48. The unit can be used for different applications based on the needs. They're used for sintering of hard metals, powder metallurgy, heat treating of refractory materials, as well as for graphite or carbon containing materials, as well as for debinding and pre-sintering of metal injection molding. As you can see, the unit comes with casters and can be moved from one place to the other if needed within the facility. So let us go over the key features as well as the construction of the unit that you can see up front. So as you can see, the first thing you can see the control panels. Will go much in details in just a minute, and the different controls for the valves as well, and the different controllers on there. But let me walk you around the unit itself. As you can see, it has with the side glass, the lid with the pressure gauge on top, and then your pressure release or the vacuum release on the top, or for your inert gas outlet as well. And then if I walk you towards the right of the unit, you can see the alarm sensor, the inert gas inlet on the bottom, as well as you can see your primary and your secondary thermocouples right there. And then if you go to the back of the system, the unit can be either configured with turbo pump or a diffusion pump, as I mentioned. And then this current system is engaged with the diffusion pump on there. And then all those orange linings that you see on there is for cooling of the jacket itself. The unit is enclosed in an acrylic chamber, so it does prevent any kind of high voltage to get in contact with any of the high voltage terminals on the unit itself. This unit that you see has the pressure gauge sensor for the chamber itself, and your release valve as well for the pressure sensor. And then you can see the vacuum sensor on the back of the unit, as well as the manifold for the water lines. And then on the front of the manifold, there is a water pressure sensor, which is adjusted to like 0.01 megapascals to anywhere from 0.4 megapascals, and that helps to cool down the insulation jacket on the unit. Let's go over the key features and the safety features as well on the unit. So as you can see, the front control panel has an EMO switch, so that's an emergency stop, which can be used to turn off the unit if needed, according to if there is an emergency, or if you want to stop your process or any voltages going into the system itself. As you can see, it comes with a Eurotherm 3504 controller, which is your primary heat control. It also has an alarm function where if it overshoots by a set point, it will just turn off the contactor, engaging the alarm system on the unit itself. The 3 ammeters that you can see is for your amps from each of the lines, which this unit is a 480 watt 3-phase. And then on the top you have your vacuum sensor, which lets you know, as you had mentioned, the vacuum sensor on the back of the unit. That senses the vacuum for ultra deep level of vacuum, which is used for using by the turbo pump or the diffusion pump for the system, based on the applications that you need. And then we also have a secondary temperature sensor detection on there, which tells you the secondary temperature. So if the primary one does not is damaged, the secondary one would take over the unit itself. And then you also have the water temperature detection, which lets you know the water temperature of the insulation jacket, and it's set to like 10 degrees Celsius. So if your chiller fails, so you have the water temperature sensor that detects it, and then if your pump on the chiller fails, it's the pressure sensor that will turn off the unit as well. And then you also have your furnace pressure, the chamber pressure that it detects on there. And then you also have the mechanical pump switches, the pre-draw valve and the 4 valve and high vacuum valve, as well as the diffusion pump valves. So these are the key features on the unit. And then let me show you the lid. So the lid is bolted down with 4 of these bolts. So you just unthread or just open them, and then you can lift the lid. It comes with another secondary lid on the inside, which can be taken off, and then you can see the graphite heating elements as well as the graphite enclosure. You also get a stand for your graphite crucible in there. That's standard with all of our units, as well as you can see the primary and the secondary thermocouples in there. So as we have covered all the safety and the features that's on the unit itself, if you are interested to get any kind of inquiries about the unit, like features, customizations, or additional accessories, please reach out to our Across International sales and engineering team. We are happy to help and achieve the best results for your application.